Hola, buenos días. Soy Nico. And today we're here for another wonderful week's worth of content. I will probably be wearing something different in the thumbnail. Nico actually recorded an 8 minute long video, and I was gonna sit down and edit it, but I wasn't sure on the secondary information I was going to add into this video, so I'm going to change the trajectory of this dialogue. The secondary info will still be there, but just know that I might splice in some information about Durellyrellz in particular from that old video. But now that we're here, let's get started with the commentary. I was so flustered trying to remember the information the second time around, I forgot to do the usual. If you like this kind of content, make sure to follow me on patreon.com/Nicosaesthetics for more exclusive lives, weekly videos, and to be a part of the live streams where we have multifaceted, multi-panel discussions every week. And it's fun. We also key, so if that sounds like your kind of environment, definitely tune in. Today, we talking about where the money reside, Nico! Durellyrellz. He is a social media influencer that became popular for saying where the money resides while he was a car salesman. And then from there, he went to be on Bad Boys, where he got into fights. And then from there, he moved to Houston, where videos of him getting into fights in club would pop up. And then he got into like drama with an ex-boyfriend, allegedly destroyed the dude's car, was sending threats and death messages to his friends and family. Also lied on him on Instagram, basically saying, oh, well, I was in a domestic situation and I'm a victim. And then it comes out he was the one being destructive, but we move. I'm going to add all that information. There was a deeper explanation on that part of the story in the old video. If you're interested in that, I can follow up on that because I actually saved all the information from when that happened, like last November. But let's continue to move forward. Today, Durellyrellz is being exposed for trying to buy some coochie, trying to buy some Chico stick. Nico, what you mean? Essentially, he is a part of Stan Twitter. If you do not know what Stan Twitter is, it is people that are obsessed with celebrities. And he is a part of a group called the Barbs. So basically, they obsess over Nicki Minaj, and he was beefing with a Cardi B Stan page. The fact that I have to talk about this on YouTube, I try to avoid Stan drama so much. But essentially, he said something, and they quote tweeted him with, "This you?" And it was a DM of him trying to buy coochie for $500. Nico, basically, he had hit up this dude. He was trying to get him to come over, and the guy said, oh, my transmission is broken. I need $400 to get it fixed. And he basically said, if I send you $500, you gonna come over here and hit it raw? And the dude said, bet, and sent his Cash App. So, closed deal. The follow-up information on the Durellyrellz situation was that another DM post came out, and it was the person saying they were 17 and asking if that was okay. And Durellyrellz allegedly said, yes, that's fine. Mind you, he lives in Houston, Texas, and the legal age of consent back in Texas is 17. I personally don't agree with it. I think it's disgusting, and I think 17-year-old is still a child. They're in high school. But legally, I can't harp on the man if that part is true. But when that information came out, he deleted the tweet immediately. He deleted the tweet immediately. He ain't denied shit. He just said, I'm gonna make this go away, and just deleted it and kept talking about some nonsense. So that's why I personally believe that part of the story is true, but I'm not gonna say yes or no. I'm gonna say allegedly because I'm not catching no case over Stan Twitter drama. But moving on to Jason Lee. Him and one of his boy toys also got into some friction in the blogs because basically the guy tweeted out, do y'all think I'm gay, bi, or queer? And if so, why do y'all think that? I've never given that, and that's not my lifestyle. And somebody said, didn't Jason Lee fly you out? And he was like, well, that doesn't mean I'm gay. Jason Lee is a businessman, and he flew me out to LA as an OnlyFans performer to be around him and his homeboys that make money to inspire me to get my hustle up and make money. And I'm like, that don't even sound correct. That doesn't even sound correct. And in the day and age of social media, I want to tell a lot of people, a lot of the Instagram girlies, a lot of the OnlyFans girlies, they are working the pavement, if you know what I mean. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. They're escorting. And I personally don't have anything against it. I have some friends in the industry that escort. I just don't do it because I feel like it would be a situation like Anne Hathaway in Les Mis. Nico, my major in college was musical theater. Basically, fast forward to the story, it was her first time selling a portion of herself to pay for her sick child's food and medicine. And after the first client, she sat on the bed and cried. And I understand the conversation surrounding OnlyFans is usually it being called digital prostitution, which in a sense it is because you are selling super happy adult fun time and or adult content for a monetary gain, even if you are not actually engaging with that person. I personally think it's like a digital barrier, if that makes sense. For example, OnlyFans, you still have agency, you can still have super happy adult fun time with whoever you choose to have it with. While the latter is more so, I mean, you still have a choice, but it's actually meeting with quote unquote clients rather than someone you would actually / casually have super happy adult fun time with. But that's the story, and I want to ask a few questions because honestly, how do you feel about social media influencers and or celebrities reaching out to people and trying to persuade them with finances, trips, flights, etc. for sexual gratification and or favors? Me as a person, I personally do not care if someone uses money to have sexual access to somebody if they are consenting and willing participants. Meaning, if you reach out to an OnlyFans creator and you want to pay him to pull through and lay down some pipe, girl, kudos to you. I could not care less. When the situation of manipulation and coercion, etc. happens, that's when I usually throw a red flag up. But if it's two legal adults willingly coming to a monetary agreement, girl, go ahead. As for Durell and the secondary information about the person being 17, if that part is true, because that's the one he deleted the tweet on, meaning it's probably true. I don't agree with it. Even if it's legal, it's just something that doesn't sit right with me, but I definitely want to hear your opinions down below. How do you feel about older parties having super happy adult fun time with teenagers and or high schoolers just because in their state it is legal to have access to these children? Because that's what they are, they're children. If you look at a 17-year-old, they look like a 12-year-old. If that makes sense. Maybe I'm just getting old, but when I look at a teenager, I'm like, you're a baby. But yes, definitely drop your opinions down below, and I will see you guys next time. Boom. And now for a brief yet sincere shout out to this week's Third Eye Tier subscribers, Sailor Mermaid IX and Christopher W. Your continued support is greatly appreciated, and thank you to everyone who supports the channel. In this week's live stream discussion will be over who would you bring out of retirement in adult entertainment. If that sounds interesting to you, definitely tune in.